We have start. Nous avons le départ actuel.
The reality in today's cycling world is many cycling companies out there don't manufacture anything. In fact, many don't even design anything. There are bike, wheel, and component companies that we all know and ride that simply buy off the shelf in the Far East, then turn around and sell it at home. They are marketing companies, not manufacturing companies. An explosion of very competent and skilled factories in China and Taiwan has made this possible. Now some of these factories have begun to market their products themselves. One such outfit is Trigon bicycles. They've been a leader in carbon manufacturing for a long time and have built bikes and components for many top international brands we all know well. We got a chance to put their flagship road bike, the RQC29, through a very long-term test. They asked us simply to ride it and punish it as long as we liked and give you our fair assessment. That is real evidence to their faith in their own product. The RQC29 makes quite a statement with its naked carbon and white and orange paint scheme. The frame is a monocoque and, as the graphics attest, uses the current go-to fiber for high mod construction, Toray T800 carbon. They use a proprietary high-impact bladder system to ensure low voids and long-term integrity. The clean layup and overall fit and finish of the frame put their obvious carbon experience on display. A combination of round and square tube shapes, the bike's burly dimensions make its performance goals clear. Stiffness. The rear seat stays integrate seamlessly with the top tube via a bulky monostay. Power transfer is handled by equally robust chainstays and bottom bracket. The bike has a tapered steer tube with a unique over-wrapped head tube. The bow-shaped top tube presented the only issue while building the bike. An inelegant system of brake cable guides is neither internal nor traditional. Too small for cable housing, it requires the threading of a sheath over bare cable to run smoothly. Our 58cm built up with SRAM force and in-house Trigon wheels and cockpit components tip the scales at a very respectable 15 pounds 10 ounces. Retail is $4,664 for this build with American Classic 420 wheels. The moment we pulled the Trigon from its box, it certainly stood out in studio with its vibrant color scheme. So much so that I wasn't quite sure I was a fan. Was it stylish or garish? I still haven't quite decided, but of all the bikes I've ever ridden, no bike gets more attention, not just on group rides, but people on the street, in cars, at stoplights. It was incredible. The bike simply draws attention like nothing else I've ever tested, and the attention was overwhelmingly positive. People love the way this thing looks. Of course, when you're trying to close a gap, make a move, or finish a century under 6 hours, looks count for exactly nothing. The thing that surprised me the most about the Trigon RQC29, other than the fact that women in minivans would roll the window down to ask me how much it cost, was the fact that it's quite a comfortable bike. Despite the large tube shapes and big monostay, the bike offers a lot of compliance. This is thanks to quite a bit of movement out of the seat cluster, aided by the carbon seat post. While delivering a smooth ride, this movement was a bit unwelcome during big in-the-saddle efforts and noticeable while climbing. Lighter riders felt much less of this, and the use of an aluminum seat post instead of the stock Trigon post eliminated it for bigger riders. However, power transfer out of the saddle was extremely good, giving the bike a lively feel when you really twist the throttle. The overall feeling is one of real competence for the majority of riders. Trigon has clearly tried to find a ride quality and geometry that will appeal to the masses. It's not trying to be a pure endurance bike, and it's not trying to be a pure race bike. It does both well, but will not rival the segment leaders in those categories. The Trigon RQC29 is aimed at the large swath of riders that fit in between those two groups, and it does a great job of hitting that mark. Trigon has given the RQC29 a tough job, carve out a foothold in the very crowded US market. They've certainly given it the looks to do the job, and the choices they have made with ride feel and geometry mean that the vast majority of riders will hop on the bike and find it's exactly what they're looking for. The price point is attractive, and the Trigon carbon bars and stem performed very well, stiff, comfortable, and good looking. Bigger riders looking for real race performance will want to look elsewhere, as will riders looking for a laid-back endurance platform. But the rest of us, the majority of us, will be extremely happy with the RQC29. That is, as long as you're comfortable with getting quite a bit of attention on the road. I'm Ben Edwards. Thanks for watching PelotonMagazine.com.